From Interior Alaska's most trusted news source, this is the Fbx Evening News.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Our top story this evening, trial has been delayed again for the Fairbanks tutor accused of sexually abusing two victims, including a 15-year-old student.
Claude Fulks is facing two separate cases of sexual abuse. The first stemming from March, where a male student reported Fulks abused him on multiple occasions on school grounds. Since then, Fulks has claimed he has been bounced around from attorney to attorney and that he has had little to no information on the second case brought against him. Today, Fulks appeared in Fairbanks Superior Court with his new defense attorney, who is based out of Anchorage. That attorney said although he has received some evidence, he is still waiting on more from the state. Trial for Fulks was pushed back to December of 2014.
Officials on Fort Wainwright are asking the installation's employees and residents to conserve heat after a steam line ruptured on post late last week. According to a release, the 300-foot line can't be repaired and has to be replaced with a temporary line that will eventually return steam delivery to normal levels. The estimated time for that is no later than November 1st. The temporary replacement has limited capacity to heat the affected areas and will likely not be able to provide the entire north post with typical levels of heat for the immediate future. For that reason, larger warehouse-type buildings will have their heat turned down while troubleshooting occurs. Officials say their main concern is the residents affected by the rupture. Family members on post in that area have been asked to begin conserving heat now.
It's just not a repair job, though, and that's the important thing to understand. This is infrastructure that's over 60 years old. It's buried under 17 feet of dirt, and it's 300 feet long, the section that is affected. So what they're actually going to do is they're going to put in a whole new section just underground as a temporary fix.
Officials say this is not an emergency situation and urge residents on the north side of Post to not open their windows, try to leave garage doors closed, and to turn down their thermostats in order to conserve heat until this problem is resolved.
Members of a local labor union are protesting against the Koch brothers, saying they are giving millions of dollars for anti-worker campaigns in Alaska. Several members for laborers Local 942 met on South Cushman Street to protest the Koch brothers today. The Koch brothers, Charles and David Koch, are part of the second wealthiest family in America. They are accused of spending billions of dollars to influence politics across the state. Laborers Local 942 maintains that the Koch brothers also have a grasp on Alaska's politics. Marketing representative Brian Imus says that the group is also trying to raise Alaska's minimum wage.
People earning minimum wage in this country are adults. They're desperate adults trying to feed their kids, and these companies that hold the wages down are being subsidized essentially by the federal government in the form of food stamps, welfare, etc.
Two groups held press conferences in Anchorage today, one for and one against Ballot Measure 2, the marijuana initiative. More than 24 parents from across Alaska have formed a coalition in support of Ballot Measure 2, citing their belief that regulating marijuana, like alcohol, will more effectively protect children than the state's current prohibition policy. An online ad campaign beginning today will educate parents about the benefits of regulating marijuana to keep it away from teens. On the other side of the coin, the group called Big Marijuana, Big Mistake talked about what commercialized marijuana will mean to the state. They said more than 30 Alaska organizations have passed resolutions against the measure.
Marijuana recreationally now. And so regardless of the outcome of the initiative, you're going to have people using marijuana for recreational purposes and for medical purposes. But by passing Ballot Measure 2, that activity can be regulated, it can be taxed, which comes back to the parents issue and the idea that you would rather have it controlled, taxed, regulated.
The effects of long-term or heavy use of marijuana, addiction. The pro-pot people will tell you it's not addicting. That is a lie. 9% of users overall become addicted, even if they use a little bit of it. 17% of those who begin use in adolescence become addicted. And 25 to 50% of those who are daily users will become addicted.
Okay, when we come back, over 20 soldiers were transported for carbon monoxide exposure today.
Also, did you feel it? An earthquake hit Anchorage and interior residents felt it as well. Those stories are next. Stay with us. And welcome back. 21 soldiers are being evaluated for carbon monoxide exposure after Army officials say they showed symptoms of exposure during field training today. A press release stated the soldiers were part of the 425 Infantry Division and were conducting training in the Yukon training area when they began to experience the symptoms. They were evacuated by ground to Bassett Army Community Hospital, where 4 of the soldiers were admitted and 1 was sent to Fairbanks Memorial Hospital for further testing. The remaining soldiers are still being evaluated as of news time. Army officials say the incident is under investigation.
A strong earthquake in Anchorage was felt all the way to interior Alaska Thursday morning. Early reports on Alaska Earthquake Information Center's website say the quake registered as a 6.24 at 9:51 a.m. Now, many interior residents reported they didn't know if what they were feeling was truly the ground shaking. However, the earthquake was quickly confirmed on the AEIC website. Now, another earthquake was reported in California today as well. That one clocked in at just over 3 on the Richter scale.
Alaska's Adult Protective Services Unit held its annual resource fair for vulnerable adults and their providers, family and friends in Fairbanks today. The free event featured presentations, information booths, and a community service award. That award went to the Fairbanks Police Department's Crisis Intervention Team, which assists Alaskans who experience mental illness. Adult Protective Services covers the state's vulnerable population, which includes seniors and the disabled. In Alaska, there are about 70,000 senior citizens.
If there is neglect by a caregiver, or if there's self-neglect where they're just giving up, or if there's any kind of financial exploitation or abuse, and we receive a report of harm or receive information to indicate that that has happened, we have investigators that we send out. We're actually the fastest growing senior population in the country. Instead of people leaving when they retire, they stay here in Alaska.
The J.P. Jones Community Development Center is inviting everyone to a fiesta. It's Hispanic Heritage Month, and this community center is celebrating with a live band, dance, international cuisine, performances, and a special Mercado marketplace in its ballroom. It's happening tomorrow night from 6 to 9 at the J.P. Jones Community Development Center. Now, the focus of their event is to invite families from all ancestry and celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month with a party. We spoke with event chef Darren Ham about what we can look forward to this weekend.
The girls are going to be there. They'll be doing some dancing, some native dancers, salsa dancing, DJ Guzman, and we have a guest speaker. I'm not going to tell you who it is, so if you want to find out, you're going to have to come up here to the event and see for yourself. So, we have word that Mayor Eckelhart will be here. It should be a really, really exciting time. Fairbanks is one big, huge family. We all rely on each other. We depend on each other. So it's just a chance for us to get together and celebrate with our Hispanic brothers and sisters. You just have to be hungry and want to have a good time.
Fairbanks is fortunate to have a number of service organizations within the community that are continuously donating or building projects. Now, one of those organizations is a local downtown Rotary Club. Today at Raven Landing Senior Community Center, the Rotary Club unveiled and cut the ribbon on a set of custom-made library shelves for the residents in the retirement facility. The creation will enable those at the facility a larger amount of reading materials to choose from instead of relying on trips to the library so often. Officials from Raven Landing say the library shelves were badly needed.
It is pretty much the finishing touch to this beautiful building and its functionality. It's the last major addition that I know about, and it makes it complete. We have the fireplace, and people sit around the fireplace and read or talk or play games, and the other end of the room was to be a library. It'll be just kind of a free lending library.
So Joe Cook is next with sports, and we take a look at who is playing who this week in high school football.
Also, we hear from the Ice Dogs head coach Trevor Stewart as the team will try to rebound on the road this weekend. Sports with Joe after the break.
Hello, Interior Alaska. Joe Cook here with your Thursday Sports. Well, it's definitely not the start the defending Robertson Cup champs wanted. The Fairbanks Ice Dogs are 2-3-1 in their first 6 games, including going 1-3 in last week's NAHL Showcase. Now, last season, the Ice Dogs went 4-0 in that showcase and won their first 7 games of the season. The Dogs have been down a few players due to injury, like Jesper Oval and Johnny Mueller, but they'll have a chance to bounce back this weekend with a Midwest Division series with the Minnesota Wilderness, who are 3-1 so far. After that, Fairbanks will have their first home series of the year against the Bismarck Bobcats next weekend. I caught up with head coach Trevor Stewart by phone today, and he's seen some positives the team can build on despite the losses.
We've scored a lot of goals. We scored 16 goals at the showcase in 4 games, which is, quite a few goals. But we're just giving up too many goals right now. So team defense and goaltending, we need to be better in those categories. For the most part, the power play has looked, better than it has at this point last year. And some players have stepped up. We've had some pleasant surprises and some other players that we know they're capable of more. They haven't shown quite yet. So, once those guys get on track, hopefully this weekend we'll be in better place as a team.
And the high school varsity football season is already almost over. Week 7 pits local teams against non-conference foes. All the interior teams will hit the road this week. The 3rd-ranked large school Lathrop Malamutes will play medium school Thunder Mountain on Friday night. Lathrop won the Rail Belt title last Friday and will put their 5-game win streak on the line. The West Valley Wolfpack, who've won back-to-back games, will head to Soldotna. The Sohai Stars have been stars. They're the top-ranked medium school and stand at 5-0, undefeated. And the number 1 small school, Allison, who is number 2 in the medium small school poll, will face Valdez on the road this Saturday. The Ravens are also 5-0, and it will be 5-on-5 as the medium school's 5th-ranked North Pole Patriots will face 5th-ranked large school Wasilla out of the Rail Belt Conference on Friday night. The Patriots are the SEC champs and have won their last 2 outings. Monroe has a bye this week. Sticking with football, the first ever interior flag football season is almost over. One team is still searching for their first win. The Hutchinson Hawks at 0-6 were at North Pole on Wednesday night and were playing with a late lead over North Pole again. Hutch took a 7-0 lead into the 4th quarter. However, the Patriots found a way to win with 2 minutes left. Caitlin Bartley gets the ball to Paige Shimura, who runs towards the goal line, but is chased down 70 yards later by a Hutchinson defensive player. Big play for the Patriots. Bartley would go to Savannah Moyson for the 10-yard scoring strike, but it's still 6-7 Hutch late in the game, but not anymore. Bartley to Shimura for the all-important 2-pointer, and it would be good with the catch. The Patriots scored 8 points in the last 2 minutes of the game and win their 3rd straight, improving to 4-3 with an 8-7 victory over the Hawks. And speaking of a season coming to a close, the high school tennis season will be wrapping up soon. This Friday and Saturday are the Region 6 championships at the Dan Ramras Community Tennis Courts. Lathrop Malamutes come in with some momentum, having won the regular season MAC title. The Patriots, though, they were the runners-up. Players to look out for are West Valley's Jarrett Lees as he continues to try to keep his unbeaten streak alive. North Pole's Dana LeMay will try to repeat with the girls' region title. The girls' doubles will be highly contested between the local schools as all the duos posted impressive wins against each other in the regular season, and almost all the matchups went to extra sets. The first games start at 3:30 on Friday at the Dan Ramras Community Tennis Courts. The local roller derby team will have its season opening bout this Saturday night. It won't be just any season opener for the Fairbanks Roller Girls program. It will be the Breast Bout Ever. Yeah, you heard me, in support of BCDC Alaska, as proceeds will go to the Breast Cancer Detection Center. This Saturday will be a doubleheader with a fresh meat bout and the advanced girls following. The action starts at 6:30, $12 in advance and $16 at the door at the Carlson Center this Saturday night. For more info, check out fairbanksrollergirls.org. Fairbanks Roller Girls always find a cause to support before one of their bouts. It's one of the reasons why roller girls like Sabotage joined the team.
I actually really enjoyed supporting the community of Fairbanks, being a roller girl, and actually I did that for several years with the league, going out and promoting the different organizations that we support and volunteering for the different organizations. And that is my favorite part of our league, is how we support the community that supports us.
And it's a really good time because we bring up a lot of skaters from around the state, so we may have skaters from Wasilla and North Pole Babes. We have a couple girls coming from Yukon and Whitehorse, Canada, that we've sent invitations out to. Various other leagues, just as a fun scrimmage, just to get everybody psyched up for the Alaska Roller Derby season.
And that'll do it for sports tonight. Thanks for rocking with me for a little while. Mike Schultz is up next with your full weather forecast, and we'll catch you next time.
Hey everyone, welcome back into the Fairbanks Evening News. Time to take a look at the weather. Mike Schultz with you once again. A beautiful day across the interior. A little fog this morning, a lot of frost, that's for sure. 24 degrees for the overnight low last night, and we're looking at a cold night again tonight. So more frost on the schedule for tomorrow. So keep that in mind when you go into work tomorrow to give yourself a little more time to get your windows cleared off. Photograph night sent in by Karen Schuster, Denali Sunset. And look at that. That is a gorgeous photograph, a beautiful one. And again, as always, if you have a photograph you want to share with us, by all means send it to photos at ktvf11.com. Here's what our numbers look like out at the airport right now. 47 degrees after a high of 47 degrees. And our low last night, 22 degrees in some of the low-lying areas. Record high 70 in 1929, 14 for the record low in 1983. And sunrise, it was at 7:47 this morning. Sunsets this evening at 7:38, which works out to about 11 hours and 50 minutes of daylight, a loss of 6 minutes from yesterday. Our satellite and radar, not a whole lot to talk about. As you can see, once again, clear skies covering the entire state. A little bit of shower activity over southeast Alaska, and that is it. And maybe some clouds along the north slope. Very nice in the interior. That's the best place to be. What else is going on across the state? Well, over southeast Alaska, we have some showers around the Juneau area, as you saw on the satellite and radar. But lots of sunshine everywhere else from Fairbanks right on down through the Kodiak region, over along the Aleutian chain. Maybe some showers way down to the south on the Aleutian chain there. Cloudy skies around Nome, 47, and Barrow, 35 degrees and partly cloudy skies. Lower 48 weather is starting off with the northwest. As you can see, temperatures warming back up again. 71 degrees at Seattle, even warmer at Portland, but still some showers in the forecast there. 89 degrees at Idaho Falls, 88 degrees at Denver, so hot temperatures there. Over to the east, not too bad at Chicago, 74. A little cooler at Washington, D.C., 69 degrees, and even cooler at New York with 64 degrees there. Over the southeastern sections, looking at Miami, a few thunderstorms, 86 degrees, 84 in New Orleans, 87 in Dallas. And over to the southwest, again, the hottest temperatures, 103 at Phoenix, Las Vegas, 100, and Los Angeles at 85, San Francisco, 74. All in all, not too bad. Our satellite and radar showing, once again, clear skies across the Intermountain region because of that high pressure, and a new system moving ashore in the Pacific Northwest, expected to bring some much-needed shower activity there. Over the southeast, looks like maybe scattered showers and thunderstorms. And as far as the outlook is calling for more rain moving in across the places that are having the fires, that's good news. And the long-range outlook for this weekend, cooler air over the northwest, showers and thunderstorms over the southeast. Well, back to Alaska for tomorrow. For the northern sections, partly cloudy skies for Barrow and Nome, sunny skies at Fort Yukon. Here in the interior, we'll be looking at, for the most part, morning fog, then sunny skies at Healy, Delta Junction, and Fairbanks. While over to the southeastern sections, it looks like a chance of showers for Juneau, partly cloudy at Ketchikan. And to the southwest, looking at a chance of rain for Cold Bay and Kodiak, mostly sunny skies at Bethel. And down around the Anchorage Bowl, that's really good weather there. Sunny skies, Anchorage, Valdez, and mostly sunny skies for Homer. Okay, once again, time for our kids' weather. All this week talking with the kids from Barnett Magnet School. But tonight, here's the teacher.
Hello, I'm Miss McGee, and this is Miss Cassidy and Mr. Keeney's 4th grade class here at Barnett Elementary. And we have a weather fact for you. Class, did you know that the cleanest air on Earth is found at the South Pole? It is 10 times cleaner than at the North Pole.
As always, thanks to Mount McKinley Bank for sponsoring our kids' weather. Next week, some more interesting weather facts and dates because the kids are going to be off on Monday, so we'll have a little bit shortened week, and we'll share those with you. 27 degrees, the overnight low tonight. Clear skies, cold temperatures, frost possible once again. Tomorrow, looking at 53 degrees, a very nice day. Morning fog will burn off with lots of sunshine. And then in the weekend, we're looking at temperatures cooling off a little bit, maybe even some rain and snow possibly Sunday night into Monday. And then for Tuesday, Wednesday, temperatures right around the mid to upper 40s. Overnight lows will once again be below freezing. A little bit cooler on Saturday night, and then kind of stabilizing after that. But we might see some of that snowflakes maybe Sunday night. Who knows?
No.
Just give in. It's going to happen,
Nothing
people.
accumulative. Nothing accumulative. Don't worry about it. That's that.
Well, fortunately, the fall season sports are.
Yeah, it's almost perfect timing for a lot of these sports seasons. They're wrapping up right before this cold weather kicks in.
Bring on the snow.
I'm ready to ski. Let's do this.
Very
I
good.
don't know. I gotta get some more gloves. Something I got.
You get paid to. All right, that'll wrap up this edition of the Fairbanks Evening News. We are glad you could join us.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, U.S. agencies have found no evidence of ISIS plots to attack subways. Now that's coming up next with Brian Williams.
But you can join us here 6 days a week at 6 and 11 or online anytime at webcenter11.com.
And speaking of frost, I'm sure you guys saw it this morning. For those of you that didn't, we're going to leave you with some frosty photographs. Frosty video, I should say. From all of us here at the News Center, have a good night. We'll see you back here at 11.